Hello, my Facebook people. I wanted to make a second video because I was thinking about something earlier. It's always based off me talking to my friends, and I kind of wanted to make a video in respect to single black moms out there who are raising young black boys and the importance of us actually raising them to become men and not become dependent on women. Now, what do I mean by this? So I'm noticing that a lot of black women actually treat their sons different from their daughters on how they raise them. Now, I don't mean that they love one more than the other, anything like that. It's just that when it comes to boys, women have a soft spot, right? Especially in a single parent household where you don't have the man there. So essentially, your boy becomes the man of the home in your mind. So you do everything to please him. You may cook for him, you may clean his clothes, you may clean his room, you give him everything he asks for. You kind of treat him more like, that diamond in your home, that prize gold that you have, that you necessarily don't treat your daughter like that. Now, I've learned with a lot of black mothers who raise their children is that they raise their daughters to be very strong, very independent, and I think they do this unsubconsciously because they're alone, right? They have to raise a family on their own. So they're kind of just making sure that if you ever have to go down that route, that you're prepared. They make sure that you know how to work, you know how to make your own money, you know how to buy your own things, you keep your credit good, you get your education on track, all of those things. They make sure everything kind of falls in line for you. And they do this by necessarily not praising you for the things that you do. This way you feel like the success that you make in your life is supposed to be what happens. It's supposed to happen in that manner rather than you get a treat every time you do something good. Now, the problem is it's actually the opposite with the boys. Whereas they could mess up. Once they do something good, it's like, oh, here you go. Good job. Here's a treat, pat on the back. And the problem with that is that when they get older, they have no value to actually doing a good job and just being happy for that being a good job, right? They expect things. They expect praise. They expect all of this extra attention based off the small things that they do in a household. I was watching Divorce Court one day, and one guy said he wasn't raised in a home where the father came in and brought food and went grocery shopping. So when he does these things, he feels like he should be praised. Why? When a woman does it, you don't praise her. When a woman comes home from work and actually takes care of her kids, she doesn't get praised for it. It's something we're expected to do. We need to start raising our men again to understand that that's a part of your life. If you want a family, you have to take care of your kids. If you want things, you have to work for them. If you want all of this expensive stuff like Jordans, cars, all of these things, they're not going to be given to you. You need to be able to work for them like we teach our daughters to do. And that's where we're kind of running into a wall. And it's not the fault of the black women. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm pointing a finger to you, bad. No, it's not that. It's the fact that we've been mentally equipped to care for our men. Period. Whether it's your man, your boy, your little brother, we care for you. We learn to take care of you. It's built in our DNA. But when you do not have a man that's there to also teach the boy the importance of hard work, the importance of working for what you get, the importance of being a leader in your home, meaning being a provider, actually going out and making things happen, then we need to teach that to them ourselves, which means we need to turn off that caregiver side and actually turn on that rough, malicious mindset where we push them to become men. Now, I don't mean send your boy out when he's 15 into the world and tell him fend for yourself. But I do mean tell him, you need a job. You want those Jordans? Go work. You got good grades? So what? Good job. Instead of giving them something for it. It doesn't help them because then they'll end up being 46 still living with you. or expecting a woman to take care of them. Because the problem with this idea is, though, even though their mother was independent, she worked, she did everything on her own, that is not a replication of who they'll be in the future. Because a man and a woman thinks differently. Your young daughter will try her best to become you, if not better than you. But your son is only going to look for a woman who does the same thing you do, which is baby him. Take care of him. Make sure his needs are met. Pay his bills for him. If he can't pay his car note, do that for him. He doesn't have gas, give that to him. If he doesn't have the car he wants, or the money he wants, or the lifestyle he wants, make sure she builds that for him, which takes that leadership role totally off the plate and puts her back into that position. The only way for our society to continuously grow and to grow in the right direction is to put our man back in the mindset that you need to be the provider. You need to be the head of a household. That is the only way to rebuild our black community. Now, for those who don't agree with me, that's fine. This is all just opinion based, but I do feel that as a community, since we are plagued with having a lot of single parent households, specifically mother led, we need to raise our sons to be stronger. We need to raise them to be mentally aware, physically aware, and to have the mindset to go after the things that they want in life. And the only way we can do that is by stop babying them. The reason why most prisons are filled with black men and most coffins are filled with black men is because their mothers baby them and don't make them realize that you have to work for what you want. And when things don't go the way you want, that's life. You have to get over it, try it again. Rather than going after the teacher saying, why you give him an F? No, he deserved that F. He didn't do no work. We have to raise our children to be better. We have to raise our men to be stronger. And as black women who do not have the man in the household like we should, we are the only ones that can do it. Now, for all of you raising young men, remember that. Don't baby your baby. Past the infant stage, past 5, 6, 7, and 8, start grooming him to be a young man. Tell him he needs to take you out on a date. Open the door for me. I want you to start going out and thinking about a job around 16. You need to get a job. You want those Jordans? Go work for them. You want to become something in life? I need you to bring home good grades all the time. And bringing home good grades for one semester means nothing. Do it for the whole year. Do it for the whole time you're in high school. Get your grades to a certain point where I can help you. You want a car? I'll match your $500. Put them in the mindset that they need to be leaders. They need to be able to go out there, fend for themselves, and make it without the help or without the dependency. Not necessarily the help, because the help is always there. Without the dependency of a woman. And once we start doing this, our black men will start coming back to the forefront and things will start changing for our society. Just think about it, people. Just wanted to lay that on your mind. Hope you have a great day. Peace.